Hey everyone, welcome to Verse and Voice, a literary education platform which is aimed at transforming the way we study English literature. In this video, we are going to talk about the MA English syllabus of semester 1 for the students of Lalit Narayan Mithila University, especially for the batch of session 2024 to 2026. This video is for you. In core course 1, there are 5 units, and in unit 1, we have to study about Chaucer, the Canterbury Tales written by him, the overall general prologue of it. This book is like vast ocean, so we can't study everything. We have to focus on the key themes, key prologue, key characters, and such on. Specifically, we have to talk about and study the wife of Bath's tale. This is pretty interesting. You will love learning about it, I assure you. Moving on. In Unit 2, we have Edmund Spenser's The Fairy Queen, Book 1. Now, Unit 3, Shakespeare. Who hasn't heard of Shakespeare? He can be said a holding wind or a holding glue of Elizabeth, and this is where we have to study our Unit 3. This focuses on Shakespeare's sonnets, and the list of sonnets are given on the screen. You can note it down. Moving on, we have Unit 4, which focuses on metaphysical poetry. Metaphysical poetry is one of the earliest literary traditions we have that we still study with great vigor. And when you will read about metaphysical poetry, and especially when you will read the poetries, the poems written by metaphysical poets, they are simply out of the world. The vocabulary, the usage of wit, imagery, paradox, and the overall intellectual quality of the poems, they are simply beautiful. You will want to read them again and again. In fact, metaphysical poetry simply questions the existence and overall philosophy of a human being. So, in metaphysical poetry, we have John Donne, the godfather of metaphysical poetry, of the good poems written by him, such as To Good Morrow, The Canonization, The Flea, Hymn to God, My Father, The Anniversary, Valediction, Forbidding Mourning. Beautiful poem. Then we have George Herbert and his poems like Redemption, Jordan, The Caller, and Love. Next up, we have Andrew Marvell and his written work, To His Coy Mistress, Definition of Love. Just analyze them, read them, do a comparative study, research on them, and you will surely fall in love with English literature. This is such a vast subject, such an in-depth subject that you can't help but fall in love with this. Read, analyze, enjoy literature. This subject is for enjoyment. Lastly, we have Unit 5, which is about John Milton, his books Paradise Lost, Book 1 and Book 2. Overall, the core course 1 is designed in such a manner that it will give you a brief about the poetic traditions, poetic shifts, and the themes around that era's poetries, the written works. So, this is the syllabus for core course 1. Now, let's move on to core course 2. Now, as I said earlier, Shakespeare. Who hasn't heard of Shakespeare? So, core course 2 is all about Shakespeare only. How great he is as a writer, that a whole course is dedicated to him only. In core course 2, we have to learn about Shakespeare's drama. And we have 5 dramas given. They are Hamlet, a tragedy, King Lear, The Tempest, Henry IV Part 1, and Antony and Cleopatra. With Shakespeare, there was a bloom in drama. Before Shakespeare, there was a dominance of poetries, and there were very minimal plays. But when Shakespeare came, there was a mass publication of different kinds of plays. This is core course 3, which will focus on pre-Elizabethan drama to 17th century drama. And we have again 5 units. Each unit is dedicated to one dramatist, and there are 5 dramas, starting with Thomas Kit's The Spanish Tragedy. Then we have Christopher Marlowe's Edward II. In third, we have Ben Jonson's Volpone. Fourth, we have The Duchess of Malfi by Webster. And lastly, we have a women dramatist, which is Afra Bain, and the drama is The Rover. Lastly, core course 4, which is late 17th and 18th century literature. Now, in this time, we have poetry, we have drama, we have novel, we have essays, we have magazines, publications, everything. Everything is flourishing equally. So, again, we have 5 units, and in unit 1, we have Alexander Pope, a major figure of 17th century. Alexander Pope's An Epistle to Dr. Arbuthnot. In Unit 2, we have Jonathan Swift's A Modest Proposal. In Unit 3, we have Gray's An Elegy Written in the Country Churchyard. In Unit 4, we have Fielding's Tom Jones. Then we have lastly Blake's Songs of Innocence and Experience. These are the 5 units of core course 4. Now, what can you do once that you have analyzed the syllabus? Start with History of English Literature. I suggest this to all my students, be it your graduation, a new student who has just taken admission in graduation, or a post-graduation student. History of English Literature must be at your fingertips. This is a must. If you have already read any of the available books on history of English literature, you can now focus on Routledge. There is a link available in my Telegram channel, and you can access the link via description box. You can also buy the book from Amazon or Flipkart. It's easily available. Routledge is a standard. Read it. To ease up your study, we are also launching a video course on the history of English literature, where we will post snippets of each era's literature, starting from Anglo-Saxon age, and the videos will be easily available in a playlist separately made on this channel only. So don't forget to subscribe the channel and turn on the notification button. You will get updates on each videos that we upload. So that's all about the video. In case you wish to reach out to us for any of your concern or query or the class related questions, the contact has already been given in description box. Reach out to us and get the brochure. For detailed information about the courses available for postgraduate students, especially semester 1, who are currently enrolled in the session of 2024 to 2026. Alright, thank you so much for watching the video till end. I appreciate your patience. Have a good day.